Hello everybody, welcome on in. This is Glamour Fairy coming at you with a brand new YouTube video. Today we are working on my plan with me for February of 2022. If you watched last month's video, you would know that I messed up and kept saying 2023, and I messed it up in the video as well, but it's all good. I'm living in the present. So we did a vote on Twitter. Please go follow me over there if you aren't. On Twitter, we did a vote between three things. I chose cloud and plants, and then I asked my husband for a third option, and he chose blood. It was kind of funny, but blood was a close second, but everyone voted for clouds. So that is our theme for the day. I had lots of fun with it. I ended up using a book, which you will see in the video. I used this book that I got from my mother-in-law for Christmas. So you'll see me using that book in there as well. This was done on stream, which was about 3.5 hours, so it took me a while, and so this video is going to be a little bit longer than the last one. That being said, I also didn't finish the spreads that I was supposed to do. So the last few spreads that you'll see, the last 3 weeks and the reflection, you will see in picture form, because I wasn't able to get to those on stream. I was tired and it was just time for me to stop there, and I did them on Monday night to finish them. So that being said, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and comment on all of the stuff that I've been doing lately. If you have an idea for what I should do for March, which I know we're getting ahead of ourselves here. If you have an idea for March, put it in the comments and let me know what you think we should do for March. And maybe it'll be in the next poll on Twitter. But that being said, thank you for being here and enjoy the rest of the video. Bye! Alright, so when I started this, I decided to do some sketches before I actually did the full plan with me. And here I'm showing what I did in February and how I decided to change a few things going forward. In February, I decided that I didn't want to have a full monthly page, because the monthly page just doesn't do it for me. I don't do a whole lot with it, and I really didn't touch it in January, so I decided to just have an important dates on the main February page. I might keep doing this further on, but I haven't quite decided yet, because that's a little too far in the future for me right now. So I decided to draw the clouds, because the theme is clouds, and I found a couple of pieces of paper that I had, some scrapbook paper, and a few other things that I found. And I decided to start cutting them, and I found that I still have this book that my mother-in-law gave me. She gave me the cute Kawaii coloring book, and I took it apart. I started cutting into it. They have clouds in there. There's all sorts of different things, and I really enjoyed seeing it when she gave it to me for Christmas, and I decided to just mess around in there, and I cut a lot of clouds from it, so you'll see a lot from it. You also end up watching me struggle trying to take off some stickers because it's like stuck, but then I started trying to sketch out how I wanted it to say, and I realized I didn't know what kind of handwriting I wanted, or how I wanted it placed. So I took a scrap piece of paper and messed around with it, decided if I wanted to do my normal handwriting or if I wanted to do my cursive handwriting, and I decided to do a combo of both to just kind of give it a good thinking. I also messed around with the way I write my letters. It's something that I mess around with quite a lot. I've always been that way, and I messed around with some of the jelly rolls that I have. I show a lot of what's going on. Again, this was streamed on Twitch, so most of this is just me showing people on stream what I was checking out and what they thought, and having them give me an idea. Now, I decided in the February cover page that I wanted to do a quote. I typically don't do quotes. I usually, or if I do, it's on like a main page that I'm using. It's not typically for a cover page. So I decided to look up cloud quotes, and some of the quotes that I found were pretty silly. One was just, you know, behind a cloud is another cloud. It was just, you know, really silly quotes that I kept finding. And I found this one, and I really liked how it came out. The sky and the sun are always there. It's the clouds that come and go. I really liked the quote. I felt like it was just a good, meaningful quote to have on there. And I decided to do the nice handwriting with the sky, sun, clouds, and then the always there, come and go, just because it was a nice way it went. I realized that there was a spot that was just felt like I needed something there, so I decided to cut out the clouds that I found in that book that I was talking about, and then decided I need some coloring on it. So I ended up coloring them. You'll see me mess around with a lot of them, and I also was trying to figure out what washi tape to use, and I messed around with a lot. So here you'll see me messing around with coloring and deciding on how I wanted to do the colors, how I wanted to do pretty much anything on this little piece of paper. I used it quite a bit. I like doing that with either a scrap piece of paper or in the back of the notebook. I usually have a test page. Now, all of the tools that you'll see me use, all the Tombow pens, washi tape, not all of the washi tape, but some of the washi tape that I've used, some of the other things that you'll see, stickers, some of them will be in the description below. A lot of the stickers I just got from Michael's. You know, they were on sale, and I just grabbed a bunch of them. And here you'll see that I'm literally, I was looking up something. I was trying to find, oh, I forgot I was doing this too. Somebody redeemed in my Twitch chat that they wanted to do a sticker giveaway. So that's what that was. I also realized that with the jelly roll that if I drew on top of it, that it would not go well with the pencil, so I had to erase as I was going. So I would erase spots and then draw with the silver jelly roll that I was using, and then erase more spots and go from there. This page I felt was just so simple, but I felt like it needed to be simple because I have the more extravagant quote page next to it. With clouds, I feel like there's a specific way that I like to draw clouds. I want them to be fluffy and have that nice look. And I wanted to make it sure that it was the right way, because well, there's no right or wrong way with clouds. It's just the way that I perceived the clouds. I also described habits and the habit tracker that I used in January, and explained the different things that I was using for my Twitch viewers. I wanted them to see how I use the mood tracker, and because when we go further into here, you'll see that I'll use the mood tracker in a different way. I looked up the different birthdays that were happening in February and marked them on the calendar. I also marked my paydays that were going to be happening because those were the more important ones that I wanted to write down. And for future important dates that I will be writing in February, I will just be using a Tombow or a fine liner or a highlighter, or something else to mark that is done. I felt like the page needed a little bit more, so I made a mock cloud that I just drew real quick and then did little marks on it with the Tombow and messed around with it. And I realized I really liked that it gave it depth, so I went ahead and did it across the rest of the cloud. I feel like this was such a simple cover page, but it just made everything just that much better. I don't feel like you have to have an extravagant cover page, but it's always fun. So I looked at how I did one line a day to figure out how I wanted it to be done, and I couldn't find my ruler, so I ended up using a sticker pack. And the way I wanted the title for one line a day was not that, and I didn't realize it till I was done and just kind of went with it. And I feel like the one line a day is actually a lot more important than I've used it in the past. In the past, I haven't always written the one line a day, but I've been doing a lot better this month with it. I feel like it's important, and it adds it a little bit more with when you have it on the same page as the mood tracker. When you have it on the same page as the mood tracker, you can correlate between the fact that one day I wrote down that I was a little sad or something, and you can go to that day on there. Oh, I was rolling dice for stream. They wanted me to roll dice. Anyway, so you could look at the mood on the mood tracker and be like, oh, I was sad that day. And then I could go back to the one line a day and be like, oh, this is why I was sad. So it was kind of nice to see how I felt with everything. So in January, I was relatively happy, except for the week that I was sick, because I was feeling not the greatest, and I was worried about finances. I was scared that things weren't going to go well. But things were fine, we're okay, and we're moving forward from there. So I decided that I wanted a monthly goals page, because the last goals page was supposed to be like a full 2021 goals, and that didn't happen because I was writing them down as a month goal instead. So I messed around and decided to do monthly goals. For February. And so I wrote down monthly goals, and I decided that there was 4 different kind of goals that I want to head towards. I wanted one for school, and it's just I need one goal for each thing. And if I don't get it, it's fine, but I have to have like an actual system with these goals. Like I'll have to write down steps on how I'm going to achieve these goals. So I have one for school, one for social media, one for Twitch, and one for home. So school will probably be something about finishing the class, because in February I'm going to be finishing this class that I'm doing. For socials, it'll be something like setting up a time that I post or get ready to post for the week or something like that. And Twitch will probably be my plans for the next following month as I go forward. So yeah, that's just kind of an idea. I felt like the monthly goals page needed like a sticker or something, but I didn't want to overwhelm it, so I just put one sticker right in the middle. I thought it was cute, and it worked well. My habit tracker was going to be the hardest thing I was going to do, and I knew it was going to be a lot. You're just going to watch me write down a whole bunch of numbers. there was 9 habits that I wanted to track, and I wanted them all to look like clouds. So I knew it was going to be hard, and I decided to use my Micron pen to write out all the numbers, and I just wrote forever. You're going to see me take pauses in the middle of it because I'm just so tired of writing all the numbers over and over again. I really need to find one of those stamps that just blops it right on there. It might make things a little easier on me for the future. And then after that, I also got tired of drawing all of the clouds as well because it was just exhausting. I will have to look into the future what I'm going to do to fix the habit tracker, or I'll just go back to the simple one that I did in January. I feel like that's just the easiest one, but it also doesn't look so... I feel like it could look a little better. I talked about my habits and which ones were meant to be filled all the way and which ones were meant to just be used to help me figure out what I was doing personally. I lost my phone for a second. I'm sorry. I've talked about how sometimes I forget to do certain things because of the way that I do my morning routine, and how sometimes my mental stability can kind of throw off some things. So brushing teeth, washing my face, taking a shower, sometimes you just kind of forget to do those things when you're not doing the best. So I wanted to make sure I put those on there so I could see when I actually do those things. Making dinner is also something that I have to start doing a little bit more. My husband and I like to go out to eat a lot, meaning fast food and Taco Bell and stuff like that. So we're working on taking care of ourselves and making dinner more often. That being said, I also have on there when I stream, which I already know my streaming schedule is on the weekends mainly, but sometimes I have a random stream that I throw in there. So I wanted to have that on there just in case I decided to do more. I want to get more into reading again. I read at the beginning of January and then I stopped towards the end. My fan house posts, I try to post almost every day. It doesn't always happen, but I try my hardest to do so. And my Instagram posts, I've been wanting to post more on Instagram again, so I've been working on. So I decided to mess around with the weekly, and I changed how I did everything. I didn't want to do the normal thing that I did the last time, which was doing just 4 on one page and 3 on the other page, and then the little notes section, which I did do the same here, but it was just a horizontal page. On here, I decided that I wanted to do a something that I saw somebody else do on one of their pages for a reading journal, which is something that I would like to do, but I have to actually read to do that. But doing a design and then having the boxes around it that are for the weeks, and I thought that was kind of fun, so I wanted to try that out. I used dots to signify where the ending of each box was, so I knew where to put things, and then I wanted to fill it up with squares on them. In those squares I have little designs that I used, and I used the Kawaii coloring book for the clouds, as well as these pieces of paper that I found, and as well as the piece of paper that I used for the cover page. I cut the pieces and aligned them how I wanted to and went from there. And then I cut them, and I didn't want to do exact because that's just too much effort. So I cut them, taped them on with my little handy dandy tape gun that my mom bought me for Christmas this year. And I messed around with the different things that I wanted to do. This time I decided to just go for it with the cloud, and I feel like I probably should have done that the entire time. I wanted to make sure that I did the right days, considering that the beginning of the month starts in Sunday, the 30th of January, so I had to change how I wanted it. And I was messing around with the idea of where I wanted everything. Cut them all out and colored them and taped them right back on. I had somebody talk to me about how they don't have any interesting things that happen in their life to be doing bullet journaling. And then I told them that sometimes you need the bullet journal to help you realize that you actually do have things that you have to do. It helps you go a little further in the aspect that there's certain things that you need to do. For me, it's managing my time between school and other things, so. I tried finding stickers to add on here. I needed a little bit more of a pop. I needed to add a few things to fill in some of the blanks. I like putting coffee on Mondays, and I like to put a little Friday sort of thing on Friday. But that is where I finished, and we're gonna do a little walkthrough of what the pages look like, how I did them, and then I'm gonna show you the last 3 pages that I ended up doing. This is the next one, the next week after the one that I finished. And the February reflection. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. See you next time. Bye!